Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Field of 68's last call. Do you think that you could take down a black bear?
No, hell no.
I'm gonna try.
The first person that's gonna die has got to be one of the black guys. So.
Cold cuts, they suck.
Are Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce gonna get married?
Hell no.
Here we go. It's last call.
Welcome in to Field of 68's last call. We're here on Stadium. I'm John Martin, joined tonight by Jeff Goodman, a.k.a. the mayor of Cincinnati, and Matt McCall. Long time. I'm never going to let you live that down. Like, look at him.
Wow, look at that blazer. Look at that blazer.
Look at that look.
Is that
Hand
tan?
in hand.
Is that a
On the
tan
edge of the
blazer?
sand.
That's
Hey,
home.
man, I don't think you weren't here to address this. There was is that your timeshare in Charleston?
No, that's home. That's home here.
Okay.
Wife
So
decorates, man.
Okay, so there's a lot of it's a very sensual decor because there's also a sign that's like a kiss, kiss is like a something with the lips, and it's like, I mean, it's fine, but I just didn't know where that was coming
Do
from.
you want me to tell you that I'm our interior decorator? Is that what you want me to tell you?
I just wanted to know. I wanted to know, like,
I can say it.
sometimes,
Listen,
yeah, no,
I'm
you just
in.
like kiss.
Like,
You're a big kiss guy.
you don't think I could have come up with those things on the
No, I was kind of hoping it was your timeshare or an Airbnb or something, but
no.
unfortunately
My
it
wife.
wasn't. Yeah. Okay. We have a lot to get to here. So if you have questions, I think we're still taking those, right, Trevor? We're still taking those. Yeah, look at that. A gentle touch to a caress with the lips. That's kind of freaky, Goodman.
Yeah,
Just in the living room.
It is what it is. Sometimes we get romantic around here, John.
That's right.
It's Valentine's Day coming up,
Can we get to
We
the
all got to
questions,
step
please?
it up.
Can we get to the questions,
right.
please?
What a lover boy over here. You walk into Goodman's living room, you're just going to get a kiss. All right. All right. Can Wake Forest still be an NCAA tournament team? This is from Roger. We'll start with you, Matt.
Yes, but they got to pluck off Virginia or Duke and not lose a bad game. That's the biggest key. They cannot lose a bad game coming down the stretch, and they need one of those two. I think if they get one of those two and they win the remaining games on their schedule, no question they're in the field. They are in the field.
Their numbers are good. Their numbers are really good. 35 net, 28, I think, Ken Palm. So, like Matt said, beat who you're supposed to beat. You can even lose to who you're supposed to lose to, and it's not going to hurt you. And then again, ACC tournament, you probably get a bye. Like, you just can't bow out early. You gotta you just gotta beat who you're supposed to beat.
I mean, Jeff, that win over Florida is looking better and better, especially with
huge win now.
This weekend. I mean, that's looking better and better as the days go. So, win the games you're supposed to win, and if you can pluck off one of those two, Virginia or Duke, both at home, right? Both of them are at home. They're in the field.
Jeff, we have the quote, by the way, that Matt was talking about earlier. Can you read that for us?
All right, I will. McCall is a strange hire by Bamford. Bamford is their AD out of the region. Just doesn't make much sense in the Northeast. Matt McCall is a coach that fits down in the South. The thing is, I said you had McCall at UMass and you had his boy Brett Nelson at Holy Cross, and nobody around here could understand a effing word either one said. Like, nobody understood him up here. We're Northeasterners. First of all, they're too nice. They're way too nice for up here. I mean, that's the number one.
No. We've been hardened now. Okay.
Well, now you're good. Hey,
I can work anywhere in the country now. Okay, I can work anywhere after that experience for 5 years. Trust me on that. And my college roommate and good close friend Brett Nelson, he's at UMass now. That's my guy.
He is.
Yeah. Who did you want to get the job? You clearly had a buddy that didn't get the job. So who was it?
Me?
Who are you talking to me?
Yeah. No, Goodman, because
Well,
why did he do that? He had an agenda. What was his agenda?
I could tell you right now who Goodman wanted to get. I'm going to say Pat Scarry, maybe.
One of those New England guys. I just feel
One
like
of those,
up here in New England, and Matt may disagree with me, but after 5 years, I don't know. Maybe he'd come around a little bit. I feel like it was hard then too. It's changed now with the portal, but I feel like it takes a while to get up to speed when you're not in an
1000%.
area. It's especially when you take over a job that's not ready made. Like Nate Oates was out of the region, and I didn't love it. But you know what? He took over a ton of talent at Alabama that Avery Johnson didn't do anything with. So like he inherited some really Herb Jones, Petty, John Petty. Like he inherited some good players. McCall didn't inherit anything. By the time you are accepted up here in the Northeast, oftentimes it's too late.
It's a Shark Tank.
Right.
It's a Shark Tank, no question. Yep. And it was trial by fire for me, and I learned a lot over those 5 years.
No, you had to take it. You're not turning down UMass. You're not turning it down, nor should you have turned it down.
He says it like a true New Englander too. UMass, like nobody says UMass. It's like UMass.
I'm very confused by his dialect tonight. Like it's been very strange.
It's like my 8th beer. Come on. I'm on the Westbrooks now. I'm on to the Westbrooks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to monitor.
You ran out of Allagash White.
That's right, man. I'm just excited to see what other pronunciations we get tonight as the show goes on. It's UMass. All right, who's in worse shape as a program, Jeff? USC or Indiana?
Oh
Kyle.
Boy, I would say, I mean it's different because again, like the expectations are so different from the two programs. There's no history at USC where there's great history at Indiana. I would say this: Indiana is capable of flipping it pretty quick if Woodson figures out like how to construct the roster the right way. They could flip it and get back to the tournament next year. Enfield had done a good job up until this year for the most part at USC, which is not the easiest job. So I don't know which one's in worse shape. I guess USC, only because I don't know if he gets this thing back. Remember, part of the reason why Enfield was so successful, early on he hired the right staff, and then he hired Mr. Mobley, who brought his 2 kids, who kind of changed the program there. There's no more Mobleys, I don't think. Maybe there is. Maybe it's another Mobley kid, but not that one I'm aware of.
Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, I just don't understand why nobody on Indiana can make a shot. And, they don't have an identity. They don't have, I don't want to say a brand because they do have a brand because they're a blue blood program, but just the identity of how they're playing. Who has an identity is Matt Painter, and that's the standard in the state of Indiana right now is Purdue. And that was evident on, over the weekend when they blasted Indiana. It's just the fact that there's nobody on that roster that can make a shot. And you look at the players from the state of Indiana, they're not going to Indiana. They're going to Purdue. Connor Essegian's going to Wisconsin. Why are they not going to Indiana? Back in the day, they all went to Indiana, and that's why they won multiple national championships. That's not the case.
That was a long time ago, though.
It was, and that's my point. That was a long time ago, but that program for being like, do you lose your status as a blue blood? Does that?
Yes,
does
it's gone. It's gone. Gone.
Does it ever go away?
It's gone.
Replace it?
They're not a blue blood right now. You can't call them a blue blood. They're not a blue blood. When you have
I do think there is a responsibility to maintain, right? Like UNLV is like a good example to me. Like UNLV dominated college basketball for a minute, and like they just kind of faded off the map, for whatever reason, So I definitely do think
for whatever reason, because they hired Lon Kruger, the cleanest dude in the business. That's why.
Right.
Put some respect on my man Kruger's name. Put some respect on him.
No, I love Lon. But what I'm saying is Lon was good, but again, you're never going to be Tark because you're not cheating your ass off like Tark.
That's right. Okay, lots more to come here on Last Call. Maybe we can help somebody out and make some money. Stick around. Welcome back to Field of 68's last call. We're here on Stadium, getting to your questions for the next 20 minutes or so. All right, fellas, we got a long list tonight, so let's get to these. What's a better job opening, Jeff Goodman, Michigan or Ohio State? That's from Jacob.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Here we go. We're firing coaches before they've already been fired. That's what we're doing.
I'm just saying. I'm just answering the question, Matthew,
Okay.
I'm just answering the question. What's a better job? I'm answering the question. What's a better job? Not what's a better job opening. What's a better
I'll tell you
job?
what's a better job. Who has better NIL? Who has better NIL?
Ohio State. Ohio State.
There you go.
Right now.
Next question.
And I actually do think the other part of that I like is Ohio State has a better opportunity to get the best players in the state of Ohio, where Michigan, you're fighting Tom Izzo and Michigan State. And, oh, by the way, if he wants to have NIL, all he's got to do is call Matt Ishbia over there with the Phoenix Suns. And it'll be unlimited, probably NIL for Izzo if he wants it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, right. I think what's, and this is the landscape of college athletics now. It's what's a good job and what's a bad job has completely changed. It's completely changed. It's what's your NIL. That's where you got to start. What's your NIL? Facilities, all that thing. If you're looking at these two jobs pre-NIL, you're probably pretty similar, I would say. I mean, you're looking at two of the best athletic departments in the entire country. So they're going to have the facilities. They're going to have the fan support. They're going to have all those types of things. Yes, they both have high-level football. But I think the NIL piece is that's what changes the game now.
Yeah. Gary has a $100 free bet for a college basketball future. Who should he put it on, Jeff?
I got to look at the odds here. Well, I'll guess. I won't even look at the odds.
I mean, like at this point in the season, like your value is so minimal, right? I mean, unfortunately, because we just know.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
much
obviously, I'm not putting it on Purdue or UConn because those are the clear favorites. So who do I think has a chance outside of maybe the top 5 schools of making a run?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I guess I'll go with, you know, maybe like a Creighton if they got hot. They've got an elite level big who can defend at a high level. They're not deep, but I think if Mason Miller gets hot, you know, Shireman's big.
Yep.
You know, they got 3 guys who can handle the ball and play the point. I love that about them. Like Ashworth, Shireman, and Trey Alexander can all handle the ball and make plays. They can all shoot it. Again, Kalkbrenner's elite at what he does. They're not deep. They are not deep at all, so they can't withstand injury or foul trouble. But if they get hot, they can outscore anybody. And defensively, With Kalkbrenner, maybe. I mean, he's that good defensively.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if when you think Matt long shots, right? Like 'cause the obvious teams are the obvious teams. Like outside of that top 10, is there a team that you could get involved with to make a championship type of run that comes to the top of your head?
Give me the Dayton Flyers as long as they don't play in Richmond. They've had two bad games where
They're 8-1, by the way. So
they can't make a shot in Richmond. They lost at Richmond and they lost at VCU, and their offense was really bad. Outside of those two games, DeRon Holmes, you could put him in the category as a first-team All-American for what he's done this year. You really could. So I think the Flyers are good. Their ability to shoot the ball from behind the three-point line, they defend at a high level. I know they're not playing in,
they're plus 8. They're plus 8,000, by the way. They're plus 8,000 right now.
I think as long as they don't play and Anthony Grant even said it after the loss the other night to VCU. As long as we're not playing in Richmond, we're going to be okay. I like the Flyers. I like what Anthony's doing. He's done an unbelievable job with this group. Losing Malachi Smith, the Atlantic 10. Everyone talks about how it's down. The league's down. I mean, the league could get, it's not a one-bid league anymore because Dayton's going to be in. Richmond's right there. VCU's hitting their stride at the right time. They're finally healthy. But I like Dayton, and I like DeRon Holmes. I mean, if anybody hasn't watched him play, turn on a Dayton game. They're fun to watch.
I would actually say real quick here, I would say FAU at 60-1, Hunter pays 6,100. I mean, I know that the sentiment on them is down, and honestly, deservedly so. But this is still a FAU team that beat Arizona in Vegas, right? That game did happen as 8-point underdogs. Yeah. They brought back everybody from that Final Four run last year. I mean, and we know that they were a game winner away from the national championship game. Yeah, I think 60-1 is really good value to win it all. I'm not saying they will, but I think FAU is a fun sweat at 60-1, and I think you're going to be live for a long time if those guys play to their ability. Okay, Coug Nation asks, Jeff, who's more likely to bounce, Mick Cronin or Jerome Tang?
Oh, this is all Goodman. This is right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just let him. I'm gonna be quiet on this one.
Yeah, I don't think Mick can bounce. Mick's buyout is too high. It's like $16 million. So I don't think he can. Tang's got a reasonable buyout, so if he wants to bounce, he could. Somebody could pay that buyout. Whether Louisville, I could see him being on the list. I don't know if he'll be on the top of the Louisville list, but I think he should be and will be somewhere on Josh Hurd's list. The Louisville AD once he cuts ties with Kenny Payne.
Okay, moving right along here. Should Zach Edey? Matt, we'll start with you. I think this is actually no. We skipped one. Sorry, we'll get to that one later. Rick Patino. Let's grade the job that Rick Pitino has done this year. Matt, can you give us a letter grade? That's also from Coug Nation.
No A+, Matt. No A+. Be a tough grader. That counts. You're in the tree.
Oh, man.
Hey, you're a tiny little branch. You are a tiny little branch on that tree.
I'm gonna go B only because I really thought, and it takes time, and it's St. John's, and it's a different job. I just thought it was like plug and play. Like you put Rick Pitino anywhere, it's not gonna matter. They're gonna win 30 games because that's how good of a coach he is, right? Like one of the best coaches to ever do it at this level. One of the best coaches to ever do it at this level. So I think maybe setting the bar too high is why I would give them a lower grade. I thought they would be better. I was a big Chris Ledlam fan with what he did at Harvard. He's not doing it at the level that he did there. It's a completely different league, and you're never going to bat 1,000 in the portal, right? I mean, Jeff saw Ledlam play, and he saw him in high school at Northfield Mount Herman. Like, you're never going to bat 1,000 in the portal. And you're taking a high character guy that you think you're going to plug into your system and it's just going to work. And it hasn't worked at the level that I think we all thought it would because it's Rick Pitino.
Yeah. We're about to turn up the heat in the last segment of Last Call. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. Welcome back to Field of 68's Last Call right here on Stadium. I'm John Martin. He's Jeff Goodman, and he's Matt McCall. What if we just started introducing you as like Jeff Goodman? Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be like, do you prefer that? I think we should start doing it.
UMass.
Hey, that's way better than some of the other things I've been called lately. Okay, way better.
That's true. But you know what? That's a good point. That's a great point. All right, a few more to get to here before we call it a night, fellas, here on Last Call. Should Zach Edey legitimately attempt more threes, or was that just a fun one-off? That's from Kyle.
McCall?
No, he should not take any more threes. He should not. It was fun. They were blowing them out. It was an exciting game for them. They continue to dominate over the Hoosiers. But no. Set
like
ball
a
screens,
mockery,
run to the basket, and
right?
get back to where you belong.
It was almost like a mockery of Indiana.
It was.
That's kind of what, right?
Like if I'm Indiana, I'm like I'm pissed. Like this is what it's.
Don't let it happen.
Right. They are the standard. We're the.
Hey, I have one question. McCall, can I ask you one coaching question on Edey? If you're playing him and you're Mike Woodson and you have Khalil Ware, who's 7 feet tall and long and more athletic than Zach Edey, would you ever think about fronting the post? Which I know nobody really does with Zach Edey, but nobody has a guy like Khalil Ware.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a right way to guard him. I mean, if you're going to run down and try to double him on the catch, or you're going to double him on the bounce, or you're going to double him on the catch, or you're going to try to double him from the baseline, which we used to call buffalo, or you're going to buffalo him, like almost a sneak attack. There's no right way to guard him. Why not? Try it. And just load up on the backside. Just load up on the backside. Now, if you do it, you better be really, really good closing out, right? Because the ball could get skipped across the floor to Braden Smith or Lawyer, and you're going to give up threes on the backside. So you have to be careful, but work on it, front them, make guys pressure the passer, front the post, pressure the passer, make them have to make that skip pass and get there on the catch. But you're going to be in closeout situations, which then Edey's going to get dunks because they're going to drive baseline. They're going to drop it off to him in the dunker spot. So I don't think there's a good way to guard him other than
mix it
try
up.
It all.
If you're Indiana, mix it up. That's what I would
do.
Done.
Something different.
Exactly.
Do something different. Yeah. Right? Do
all right,
something
John, what do you got?
A few more here. Thoughts on last night's game? Did any of y'all cash big wins from Andy?
I did not. I was a little concerned when Usher came out on the roller skates. Wasn't too sure what was going on there with the roller skates. Great halftime show. Usher was amazing.
That's the thing, man.
I think we could have done without the roller skates. They're a dynasty. The Chiefs are a dynasty. I don't want to hear anything other than that. Mahomes, you better start putting him in that category. Not up there with your boy Goodman, but he's inching towards that. He is inching towards that.
Yeah, let me know when he gets 7. Let me know when he gets 7. Call me when he
Okay,
gets
that's
7.
fine. Okay. All right, we'll let you know when he gets 7 because he's only 28 years old.
He's way ahead of pace, just for the record. And his defense is the youngest to win a Super Bowl in the NFL history. I mean,
he may never win another one.
$51 million cap space. I mean,
Goodman, great commercial though for you for your Boston guys. The commercial of the night: Affleck, Matt Damon, TB12, J-Lo. Yeah, you love Dunkin' Donuts.
I may buy that.
The quality
of
outfit. Coffee at Starbucks is so much better, but you guys love Dunkin'.
What are you kidding? Come on, that's blasphemous.
I lost so much money on that damn game yesterday. I don't even want to talk about it. Okay. It's Goodman and Trevor versus me and Matt. Who wins a pickup game? I mean, this is a disrespectful question, honestly.
Next.
You can't even move.
Who's checking me when Trevor throws it down to me in the post? Who's checking me?
We don't have
to check. I'm gonna be like Zach
pull
Heiti.
The chair. We'll let you shoot. Just get the ball back.
I'm like
to
Zach
us.
Heiti in there.
We're gonna let you shoot.
We're denying the ball. First of all.
Yeah.
We're fronting you. So you're not going to get it.
You're going to need to double me. And then Trevor's just going to be like Steph Curry out there draining threes.
Hey, if we're going to 12 ones and twos, I would set the line for me and Matt at -9.5. And I would personally bet it.
Listen, I almost.
Maybe this needs to happen in Phoenix. Maybe it needs to happen in Phoenix.
I'm in. I got to play a lot more pickleball to get in shape, though.
You got about 3 weeks. All right. Last question here, fellas. Would you rather have $100,000 wired to you now, or flip a coin to win $10 million? It's from Trev.
Oh, flip a coin. Flip that coin, baby.
Flip that coin,
heartbeat.
50-50.
Yep.
50-50.
Yes. The odds are with you. The odds are with you. John Martin's a gambler.
10 million is life changing.
Right?
10 million is life
changing.
You know, you got to.
100 grand is like one bet it's like one bet for John Martin.
That's right. That's right. I want something that's going to change my damn life, and you're giving me even.
You know what's going to change your life, John Martin, is when your wife goes into labor tonight. That's what's going to change your life.
That's right.
That's right. It
Come on,
happen.
J. Martin, let's go, man.
Hey,
you know the deal.
Going to man-to-man. Man-to-man defense.
A toast to John Martin's wife, the toughest Martin in the family by far.
Shout out to Sam. For Jeff, for Matt, I'm John Martin. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Stadium.